Back? Is it on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's hear it one more time for Trevor. That's a hell of a If you could just bring a little more energy to the stage, I think we would all like that. Nothing like being upstaged by your daughter with an ad-lib right before you come on stage. That's always nice too. Let me tell you a little story about meeting Benny for the first time. I show up on the Jungle Cruise dock and I'm standing there nervously at unload with perfect shorts and my sleeves rolled down and looking just right. Benny is over at the shipping office and he screams across the dock, "Hey, new guy, did the kids call you David Bedwetter in school?" I said, as the guests are unloading in front of us, I said, uncomfortably, yes, 7th grade. I heard that quite a bit. He says, "Don't worry, don't feel bad. They call me Benny the Masturbator." I said, again, guests walked in front of us. I said, "That must have been hurtful." And he said, "Oh, no, because it was true." And of course, that was the first time I said that I'm getting fired. It's my first day. I want to be a manager and I'm going to be fired. So thank you, Benny. That was a good transition. Tonight is our 29th wedding anniversary. My wife is so proud, 29 years, and her husband is talking about masturbation in front of people. Who's married? Yeah, there you go. Who's married to a 5th grader? Perfect. So I have honestly found it easier to be a husband than a parent. Tonight I'm going to tell you only true stories. These are real stories from my parenting life. I immediately decided rather than the full parent, I was going to become the parenting aide. Right? You give up a certain amount of responsibility if you're just the aide. I'm the teacher's aide. The teacher is the reason your student hasn't learned. David Marley. I'm only the legal aide. The lawyer is responsible. So as the parenting aide, I then give up responsibility for the true tough parenting challenges. So I've got a few small examples and one large one I'd like to walk you through. My wife would prepare them for the great outdoors. They're small infants, right? The bags, get them all dressed up, and I would take them to the car, and car seats were new at that time, and I would reach them close to the little car seat and put them in it. Each time I would put them in the car, right on the door jamb. They would look at me. I cannot believe I'm the fruit of your loins. Really, Dad, again? The head had a soft spot here. I'm 9 months old. My brain is forming somewhere here. It was. Thanks, Dad. I spent several weeks learning to play the harmonica so I could have a special moment at home. Little children growing up, a special moment. Put them to bed. Good night, kids. Turn down the light. Little Red River Valley lullaby. Our oldest son, Dad? Yes, son. We're trying to sleep here. Lisa says, Mom's going to be so mad at you. Parenting for you. So, she remembers. Mom was so mad at me. So I don't know if you let your kids crawl into bed with you. It's snuggy, nice little kids coming into bed. So my wife and I make love one night. We fall asleep. I wake up and there's one of them staring at us. I need to get in bed. I'm afraid. Well, okay, whatever. Come on, get in the middle. They crawl down in the middle, and the next thing you know, he says, "It's wet." I guess it was true. My wife brilliantly says, "That's your father. He still wets the bed." Oh my God. Bad weather. So the big one is actually a story about our youngest son, Mike. This is a true story. He's in kindergarten. A little tiny guy in kindergarten. We start our kids in school early. And I come home from working all day, school at night, working. And here he is sitting on the entryway floor, sort of laying on the tiles, forlorn. I said, Mike, what's the matter with you? And he says, take a look, Dad. And he shows me, it's a piece of paper, and it's got 5 basic behaviors to learn in kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself, no talking in class, listen, I have trouble with those behaviors myself at 50, but they're trying to get him to do that in kindergarten. And he says he's got 4 out of 5 frowny faces. Frowny faces is the evaluation they give in kindergarten. It's like a medium face or indifferent. I don't know what you call that face. Frowny, smiley. So he's got 4 out of 5 frowny faces. And he said, well, this is tough stuff here. And apparently it's been a trend of increasing frowny faces. And so we let our kids kind of pick their own punishments. I said, Mike, what are we going to do about this? We've got to change this trend around. And he says, Dad, I don't know. Well, what's going to be the punishment for 5 out of 5? And he says, bare bottom spanking in front of the whole classroom? And as a parenting aide, I'm thinking, what kind of parenting is going on? Behind my back, public humiliation, public nudity, physical pain. He's a kindergarten and a small one, freckles, little Mikey. So I'm thinking about this, and I think, wait a minute, they're at the park. Tiffany, I notice you have 2 lates on the Jungle Cruise this week. You realize that's bare bottom spanking at the hub in front of all the guests. Jerry York walks up, I'll take care of this, Dave. No problem. No need for management to get involved. So I negotiate with young Michael a spanking, a spanking, okay. So I come home the next day, and you can guess, he's sitting there, 5 out of 5, Dad, let's go. Let's go, let's get this over with. Oh, I never see these kids to begin with. All right, I'll have to be the parenting aide disciplinarian. Here we go. So he goes in his room and he's waiting, and he comes in, or I walk in to find him, and he's sitting on the floor. But Mike, what's the matter with you? A penny. I swallowed a penny. He had reached up on the floor and just put a penny in his mouth, waiting to be spanked. I said, oh my God, can you breathe? Yes, I swallowed it, stuck. And I grab him by the ankles. I'm running down the hall shaking him. He swallowed a penny, honey! Trying to gravity, do your thing. Shake the penny out. And I'm running to the kitchen. I don't know why, but in the kitchen is where the pennies get removed. It's what I figured. Honey. And as we hit the kitchen door, I step in, and my wife swings around with the biggest ass skillet she has ever had. And she smacks him in the butt as we walk in. I said, what are you doing? And she says, well, did you spank him? No, he needed a spanking, so there you go. And I thought, oh my God, and she thought he'd scare the penny out of him. So in the middle of this bedlam, he says, stop everybody. I swallowed the penny. He swallowed the penny. So we rush to the doctor, and the doctor confirms, yes, there's a penny in there. Yes, x-ray shows penny. 4 and 20 minutes ago, I was on the floor. So doctor says, you're going to have... That was a bad Abe Lincoln. Civil War, black people. It's in his stomach, the penny, somewhere in his intestines, moving through. The doctor says, well, you know what you have to do. You have to make sure that penny comes out. Come again? I thought diapers were done. No, you have to make sure the penny comes out. In the next 2 to 3 days, that penny's going to come out. So, okay, I got it. We get the industrial gloves. We're ready for the penny to come out to check his poop. So we go to school the next day where he's already having behavior problems with his kindergarten teacher, and my wife says, Mrs. Smith, we'll keep it private here. Mrs. Smith, here's what you need to do. We have taught our son not to flush the toilet. He's going to close the lid, and he's going to come and get you, and we want you, the public servant of a teacher, to put the glove on, and reach in there and squeeze the poop till you find the chest. Yeah. Aaron's going to be a teacher. Yeah, so here's the teacher.
I quit.
No effing way. I already hate him. And now he can just die from copper poisoning. I'm not doing it. So we say, okay, Mike, don't poop at school. By the way, this is where it starts. Don't poop at school. It starts right there. So he doesn't go that day. So next day's Saturday, and my wife says, hey, I gotta run out to the store for just a minute. You're in charge of the kids, putting a parenting aide in charge of the kids. And I say, okay, I can do that. And as the door closed, I said, wait. Oh no, I have been framed. I know exactly what's gonna happen while she's at the store. So, not sure what to do, but I knew the kids' bathroom is where I needed to go. So I'm walking down the hall thinking to myself, it's gonna be there. The poop is gonna be there. It's gonna be a 3-day pile of poop. It's gonna be in that toilet. And I go around the door and there's the lid closed. The kids never close the lid, so I'm thinking, yep, there it's gonna be there. And like every horror movie, you know, you throw the curtains back fast. Like lift the lid fast. How do I lift this lid? What's the strategy if it is in there? What's a poop squeezing strategy? You start at the top, you start at the bottom. What do? 2 hands, 1 hand? So then of course I say, wait, nobody knows the poop is in there. What if I just flush it? Just flush it, nobody will know. I think oh, hi Mike. And he's standing there watching me. Oh, Dad, here, let me show you. And he gets the gloves and he starts handing me the gloves. I'm like, I am caught. Now I am caught. So on my hands and knees, okay, I can do this. Parenting aide, this is my time to shine as the aide. As I reach in, I recognize that the glove is here, the toilet is here. The poop is swirling through my armpits. Nestling in, I just went right to the bottom, and I'm squeezing the bottom poop, and I'm swirling it around, and I say, now back up to the tops, and about the time I recognize there is no penny in this pile of poop, the oldest one comes around the corner and says, Dad, what are you doing? I forgot to flush. I'm squeezing the wrong